Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Keto Cooking. What is he making today? Chicken!
Today we're going to be trying a different approach to making a little bit crispier chicken. Change it up a little bit. It's going to be 2 ingredients. By the way, the weather has been beautiful out west. So we started ramping up our walking a little bit more, doing a little bit more walking. Just a little word of caution. If you happen to see me jogging or going into a gym, it's not me. I've been hacked. I just thought I'd bring that up. Meat prices are still high. I mean, $3.69 a pound for chicken breast, to me, is just crazy, but I don't know if we're ever going to get back. Anyway, well, today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bagging up some of this chicken. Okay, it's that time again to steam up some broccoli. We'll be cutting these up smaller, breaking them off into little florets, steaming them, and then we're going to pack them in our freezer bags and store them. This, you can't go wrong with this with the price. I think I got this for $4 for 2 pounds of broccoli. So I'm not going to bore you with it, but there you go. Beautifully steamed broccoli. Marie did the steaming, and I'll do the bagging. Cut them up. These are nice sized, bite-sized pieces. So now, when we do make this for our dinner, we only use a cup, 6 grams of carbs. It's standard. You don't have to go counting everything, because basically what we eat, it's we know. I mean, there, 1 cup each is 6 grams per person. Very simple. 10 chicken breasts, halves. All right. And this one we're going to use for today. So, prices are still crazy, still high. But like I said, what are you going to do? I mean, you need to eat. I'm going to cut up my chicken. You see me do this quite a few times. Do it as thin as I can. Pound it out a little bit. And this one here will feed the both of us with no problem, and still have some left over. So, I got back to basics as far as my little extra things that I was eating, like the peppers and stuff like that. Well, come to find out, it was actually my medication that was giving me a rough time. All my numbers seem to be back to normal. 120s and stuff. Still not, I still didn't beat diabetes. I still have type 2. So, but this life change right here that I'm doing, yeah, it's working out really good. I mean, it's we're losing inches. I mean, my doctor told me that, you know what, you hit a plateau as far as weight loss, and what you do is that's where you're at. Just like water seeks its own level, and that's basically what I did. I lost the water weight, so now I got to exercise, and the weather's getting great. Our pool is going to be opening up next month. Matter of fact, 30 days from now, and I'll go up there in the morning, do some swimming, and then we'll go up later on in the afternoon and do it again and walk, and that's where it's at. So things are good. I mean, we're enjoying it. This is not at all as hard as people make it out to be. As far as all the stuff that you have to do, and you don't have to do anything. If you eat right, you don't have to worry about snacks. You don't have to worry about. If you're still looking to make cookies and breads and stuff, you're not doing it right. That's my opinion anyway. If you're still having a craving for something sweet, it didn't take hold, and that's the way I feel about it. I mean, because I don't crave anything. Like I said, I don't crave any sugar. I don't crave any breads or anything else like that. I keep saying that because 1 meal a day, and I'm not doing per se the intermittent fasting. I'm not doing that. I eat when I'm hungry. If I get up, some days I get up and I'm hungry in the morning, I'll have a couple eggs and some bacon, whatever. But other days I get up. Now, for instance, yesterday, we didn't eat until almost 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's almost getting real close to 24 hours without having anything to eat. but I wasn't hungry. So, and that's it. All right. Okay, I'm going to proceed with this recipe here. Now, what I said before was 2 ingredients, okay? Actually, there's 3, well, counting the egg, all right? And then I'll be adding some parsley. But just to prove what I'm doing here is I'm using a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and also a 1/4 cup of pork rinds, ground up pork rinds, okay? That's the 2 ingredients I'm talking about. Now, what I'm going to do, rather than mixing this together, making like a breading, and then run it through a dredge, in other words, through the chicken, through the egg, and then the egg onto the breadcrumbs, you want to call them, or the cheese crumbs, pig crumbs, whatever you want to call them, okay? I think I'm going to make a batter, okay? I'm going to mix the eggs. I'm going to use, rather than 1 egg, I'm going to use 2 eggs, and I'm going to mix this stuff together, and then add some parsley to it, and then coat it and put it into a pan that way and try to fry it up. And I think we'll give it a shot that way. The other way, the chicken, it doesn't really adhere too good to the chicken. You got to really pat it down, and you wind up making more than what you really need. So that's what we're going to get started with. Okay, to the bowl. We'll put in 2 eggs. These are supposedly cage-free, organic. You don't have to do all that stuff. I mean, to me, that's starting to become old hat because they're charging you ridiculously. And then to this bowl here, I'm going to be adding in the cheese and the pork rinds. And if I have to, I'll add a little bit of water. I like these little measuring cups I got. Much more easy to work with than the ones with the handle. So just to get an idea of what the carb count is, I'm going to use my phone here. I'm going to ask, how many carbs in Parmesan cheese?
There are 0.2 grams of total carbohydrate in 1 tablespoon of grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay, so I mean 0.2, so basically no carbs in this, or if there is, it's 1 or 2 carbs. This is what I'm talking about. You really don't, once you learn what you're using, you don't have to worry about counting carbs or counting anything like that. If you eat clean, it doesn't come in a box, it doesn't have any labels on it, you're good to go. All right, let me mix this up and we'll see what it looks like. There it is, the batter. I might add a little bit of water into it, loosen it up a little bit. And then what I'll be doing is I'll be taking my chicken and we'll dredge it through. Pieces of chicken, dredge it through into the pan. And I'm gonna see how this comes out. If not, we'll toss it. Okay, we're gonna see how this comes out. Dredge them into the batter. I mean, it didn't coat them that great, but let's see what happens. So far, so good. I mean, they look, I don't know, like it might be a decent coating on it. They didn't coat it all the way, but the egg is on it. So we'll see what happens. A little Tommy Spice on there. It smells good. We'll see. Oh yeah, they're crisping up now. Oh, that looks good. Very nice. Okay, I'll show you when we're done. Okay, these are coming out much better than what I thought they were gonna. It seems to me like the cheese actually spreads out more on the chicken than a regular breading does, and it coats it pretty nice. I mean, so far this is a winner for me. Tastes pretty good. I stole a little piece off camera. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a very well battered, old traditional style chicken cutlet that you would use for many different ways to cook. Now, if you can notice, it looks like it's not covered on there, but once it like spreads out. And also the pork rinds give it a great flavor and a nice crunch to it. So I would have maybe do something else to loosen that up a little bit more. Maybe put a little cream or some kind of solution in there, water or whatever, to make it a little bit more liquefied. Other than that, but I tell you what, it worked out good. I decided to make a quick sauce. What I did was I took the remaining batter that I had, put some butter, a little bit of white wine. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more white wine in there, and some jalapenos and some onion, green onion. They can loosen it up a little bit with some more Pinot Grigio. Let this come together a little bit, and that'll be a nice sauce for us. With the chicken. Very impressed. Came out nice. I'll give it a taste test and see what happens. I think we're going to make some broccoli because we already steamed some broccoli up. So we'll see you at the table. Broccoli. Gonna let this steam up a little bit. That's the nice thing about doing it this way with steaming it, because you know what? You don't have to cook it too long. Keeps this nice green flavor, keeps all the nutrients in there. And now don't forget now, this little bit of sauce that I had in here, white wine, butter, some Parmesan cheese, and it had pork rind and some egg in it. So come together really nice. Cooking it up. This should be a good dinner. This might be a keeper. There it is. New way of doing the chicken. Actually came out pretty good. And I made a nice little sauce with it to go with the broccoli, and with some jalapenos and onions, white wine, butter. Come out delicious. So there you go. Doesn't have to be complicated.